They call it America's Switzerland. Others swear it's the Caribbean of the Rockies. But here's the thing. It's not Switzerland. It's not the Caribbean. It's not even 5 hours from where you're standing right now. Because there's one U.S. state where you can feel like you've crossed multiple borders without ever showing your passport. 5 worlds, 5 cultures, 1 place. And the best part, most travelers drive straight past it. When I first planned my trip here, I thought it would be simple. A couple of scenic towns, maybe a national park, a nice meal or two. But I wasn't prepared for this. One day I was standing in a red rock desert that looked like a backdrop from a sci-fi movie. Next, I was wandering through alpine meadows where cowbells echoed across snow-dusted peaks. By day 3, I was tasting green chili stew in a centuries-old adobe village, and by the time I left, I realized this wasn't a vacation. This was a passport stamp collection without the jet lag. The Alpine Kingdom at sunrise, the peaks glow gold like someone painted them with fire. Your boots crunch into snow that's older than the trees standing beside you. The wind here isn't a breeze, it slices. But somehow it feels good. It wakes you up. Every turn on the mountain road reveals a fresh frame of snow-dusted pines and frozen lakes so still you can see the clouds mirrored in them. Most visitors rush to the ski resorts, but the magic is in the backcountry trails, where you'll pass cabins without names, where smoke curls from chimneys and locals wave like you've known them for years. There's an intimacy in these mountains, the kind that makes you want to stay longer than you planned. But the moment you descend, the snow vanishes, and the mountains give way to something far hotter, far stranger, the desert kingdom. The sun here doesn't just shine, it bakes. Red sandstone cliffs rise like frozen flames from the earth. Shadows stretch long and thin like fingers reaching for the night. Every step kicks up a puff of ochre dust, and each one carries the scent of sagebrush. Tourists stop at the big lookout, snap a photo, and leave. That's their mistake, because the real desert, the one that swallows sound where the silence presses against you like water, begins where the pavement ends. Out here, the rocks keep secrets. Hidden canyons wind between walls taller than cathedrals, and pools of crystal water gleam where you'd swear no water could exist. But head north, and the desert suddenly explodes into green. A green so rich you'll think you're in another hemisphere. The emerald fields. The air changes first, cooler, softer, smelling of rain. The soil here is so dark and rich it stains your shoes. Fields roll out like thick green quilts, stitched with lines of wildflowers and framed by white fences. It feels peaceful. You pass farmhouses with wraparound porches, cows grazing lazily, and roads where you might not see another car for an hour. If you've only seen the famous spots, you've missed the best part. The tiny produce stands at the edge of gravel driveways where you drop a few dollars in a tin box and take home tomatoes so sweet they taste like sunshine. But keep driving and watch the green fade into pale sand, the coastal haven. Here the ocean owns the horizon, waves collapse against the rocks in a deep rhythmic breath. The air is salted, sharp, and alive. You wander into a village where fishing boats rock lazily in the harbor, and the smell of fresh-baked bread mingles with the tang of the sea. Skip the main beach. Instead, find the narrow trail between 2 cottages. Follow it, and you'll arrive at a cove so hidden you might be the first to leave footprints in the sand that day. The water glitters like polished glass, and if you stay until sunset, the whole sky ignites in shades of pink and orange you'll never forget. And just beyond the dunes, inland, lies a world so lush it feels alive. The rainforest realms step into the shade and the temperature drops 10 degrees. It's quiet but not silent. Leaves drip, insects hum, a creek murmurs somewhere in the green. The trees here are ancient, some so wide you could park a car inside their hollowed trunks. Moss blankets every branch, turning the forest into a living cathedral. There's a trail, not on most maps, where fallen logs form natural bridges over streams and sunlight filters through in golden columns. It's the kind of place where you stop checking your watch, where the world outside could disappear and you wouldn't mind. If you've ever wanted to travel the world without crossing an ocean, this is your chance. 5 worlds, 5 cultures, 1 unforgettable road trip. And if you think you've guessed which state it is, drop your answer in the comments. Because next week, I'll take you inside one of its most secret places. A spot so hidden even lifelong residents don't believe it's real.